Hi, and thanks for joining us again as we talk about reimagining events in the digital format world. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about the differences between the new opportunities that come about when you push something to a full digital format versus some of the things that you lose by taking away the in-person kind of contact. When you push an event online, it becomes an on-demand event, but that on-demand element becomes a really powerful, valuable new opportunity to create different types of content in shorter increments along the way, and then do so in a snackable or bite-sized content that's not only consumable for the event, but that's also very reusable content to help you with demand gen activities moving forward. But you also have the ability to mix and match different types of formats of what you do in digital. We can do interview style things, which in a stage format, you got to set up a bunch of stools and chairs and get people to interview and roam around with a microphone. It's very easy in digital format. You can also do highly produced things as well in advance and weave those in. So lots of things that you can do to intermix and make the content really, really interesting in a digital form that you just can't do well on a stage. But so those are some of the things that you gain, but you also lose a bunch of things along the way. Mark, what are some of the things that we're going to miss by going digital?
uh, Going to the bar for a very, very long time. But I guess you can do that at home as well. Yeah, there are certain things you lose. You lose the handshakes, you lose the hugs, you lose some of the spontaneity. Although breakout rooms digitally can achieve that, you can still do birds of a feather and that sort of thing if you want to plan them. Some of the things you lose, believe it or not, are constraints. If you think about a keynote, the nature is you've got hundreds of thousands, literally, of people in a room. That keynote has to be 40 minutes, an hour and a half long, because you can't wheel people in and out of that room every 5 minutes. Magically, you can do that on digital. Maybe you go back to the CEO or whoever is doing the main briefing just for a 5-minute segment, and then you get into some of the detail. You can use, like the tool we're using now, Zoom. You can schedule follow-ups. You can have breakout rooms.
One thing that events and digital events can do for you now is give you this unique opportunity that you've never had before, which is to bend the space-time continuum. And I really mean that. Clearly, you have the ability now to produce content at your leisure. You are not constrained by the space, the location, and the timing. You can pre-record a bunch of the content ahead of time, but it's also important to keep some live components to it. The point I am making is this is content that you can produce at your speed that gives you the ability to perfect the actual delivery of, and therefore you can also introduce at that point some live components to make it very much like this perfect blend of, hey, what you used to have before and what you can get now, the best of both worlds.
Wow, so lots we can do, lots of things and advantages, and sounds like some of the things that we lose, well, we have good replacements for those as well. Hey, if you have more thoughts or questions about this, you want to chat about it some more, give us a shout. Thanks for attending.